And hi, everybody out there. Today we have a story called The Snowy Day by Ezra Jack Keats, and we're going to read that in a minute. But one of the things that happens at the very beginning of the story is a little boy wakes up in the morning. So I want you to think what you do when you wake up in the morning. Think about that for a minute. And I have some puppets here that we're gonna have fun with. And I want you to think about what they do when they wake up in the morning. Well, first, I have a great big old rooster. What does a rooster do when it wakes up in the morning? Really, really early. Yeah. It sure does. It wakes everybody else up if you live on a farm. So, yep, rooster, he tells you that morning, the sun is up, morning's here, what's coming on? Okay, so next I have a cat. What do you think a cat would do when it wakes up in the morning? Sometimes they sleep a lot during the day, but not always. They wake up to maybe they stretch. Can you stretch? Yeah, I think I've seen cats get up from when they sleep and they stretch. Whoa! Yep, I think so. Let's see. Oh, here's a funny one. I have a bear. I have a big old bear. Well, that's interesting. If a bear woke up in the morning this time of the year, I think he would go back to sleep. Because what do they do during the winter?
Hibernate.
Anybody know? Yeah, hibernate. So he would just go back to sleep. Good old bear. Okay, let's see. Oh, here's one. I have a snake. Now, snakes are really, really interesting. If I had a real snake, you could see it better. Can you see those snakes' eyes? You know what they don't have? They don't have any eyelids. Can you blink? Let me see y'all blink out there. Blink your eyes. Blink, 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 blink. Snakes can't do that. So when you go to sleep at night, you close your eyes. But a snake doesn't have any eyelids, so he can't close his eyes. So how do you tell if a snake is awake? Maybe they wiggle their tongues. That's pretty interesting to think about. Okay, Mr. Snake, go talk to Mr. Bear. Okay, oh, here's one more. I have an owl. Do owls wake up in the morning, or do they wake up at night?
They wake up at night.
Yeah, they do. So, and then they go and they hunt for mice and they fly silently through the woods. So those are all different ways that what happens when we wake up. Some animals. So what do you guys do when you wake up in the morning? What's the first thing you do?
Eat breakfast.
Eat breakfast. That's a good one. Yep. Lots of animals and everybody's kind of hungry when they wake up. Eat breakfast. That's a good one. Yep, that's very good. Well, this story, which I'm going to start the book here in a second, I'm going to change my camera to the desktop so you can see the pictures better, is about what happens when the little boy wakes up and there's snow everywhere. It snowed during the night. So let's take a look and read the book. Here we go to my book camera. Okay, the book is called The Snowy Day by Ezra Jack Keats. And there is the snow, and there is his footprints. And let's open the book. Oh, there he is walking. Whoa, I like this page. Look at all those snowflakes. You know, sometimes I think of snow as only being white. What colors do you see there? I see
blue.
Yeah, I see blue and I see pink. Plus, I think I see some silver. Yeah, pink. Yep, and silver. Wow. That's pretty interesting. The Snowy Day. There we go. Oh, that's one thing I like to do on a snowy day. Slide down a hill. Okay, here we go. Oh, there we go. Make sure I'm in this. Yeah, there we go. One winter morning, Peter woke up and looked out the window. Snow had fallen during the night, and it covered everything as far as he could see. Wow, take a look out that window that Peter's looking out. There's snow on the rooftops. There's a lot of snow out there. I love it. Whoa, okay. After breakfast, hey, that's right. The first thing he did was eat breakfast. So it says after breakfast, he put on his snowsuit and ran outside. The snow was piled up very high along the street to make a path for walking. So he could walk down the street. He must have lived in a city, right? There we go. Crunch, crunch, crunch. His feet sank into the snow, and he walked with his toes pointing out like this. Do, 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 do. And then he walked with his toes pointing in like this. Do, 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 do. Can you see the difference in that pattern? I can. That would be fun to try. So if you go outside and play in the snow later, you could maybe do that. Okay, then he dragged his feet slowly to make tracks. Ooh, 2 lines, dragging his feet. Just because he walks differently, it looks different in the snow. And he found something sticking out of the snow, and he made a new track. Look, there's 2 tracks that his feet are dragging, and then all of a sudden, 3 tracks. I wonder what he found in the snow so he could make a line of 3 tracks. Oh, he found a stick. And it was a perfect stick. It was just right for smacking a snow-covered tree. What's going to happen if he smacks a tree with a stick? What do you think will happen? Let's find out. Turn the page. Here we go. He's smacking the tree. Boom! Down fell the snow, plop, right on his head. Look at that. So then he's walking on through the snow. Peter thought it would be fun to join the big boys in their snowball fight, but he knew he wasn't old enough. Not yet. Whoa, look at all those snowballs flying through the air. Boom! He got one right in the center of his chest. Well, at least it wasn't in his face. Okay. Whoa. So instead of joining the snowball fight, he did some other things. He made a smiling snowman, and he made snow angels. Ooh, look at that. Have you ever done that? Raise your hand if you made a snowman before. Yeah. Raise your hand if you've made snow angels before. Oh, good. So you know what Peter did. Here we go. What is he going to do next? There we go. Oh, I love this little guy. He pretended he was a mountain climber, and he climbed up the top of a great, big, tall, heaping mound of snow. And then he slid all the way down. Yeah, there he goes. He picked up a handful of snow, and then another, and he packed it round and firm, and he put the snowball in his pocket for tomorrow. Oh, there's a snowball. He put it in his pocket, and then he went into the warm house. Oh, his mother told him, he told his mother all about his adventures, and while she took off his wet socks, he kept talking about all of his adventures. She pulled off his socks. Have you ever had a hard time pulling off your socks after you got them all wet playing outside? Yep, Peter did. There we go. And then it looks like he took a bath to warm up. And he thought, and he thought, and he thought all about the adventures that he had out there playing in the snow. Oh, look, he's got a duck in a sailboat. Before he got into bed, he looked in his pocket. Oh, what is pocket was empty. Oh no, the snowball wasn't there. He felt very sad. What is this right here? What do you think that spot is?
A snowball.
The snowball. What happened to the snowball?
It melted.
Yeah, it did. So then he went to sleep.
It melted.
Yeah, it melted. It sure did. So he went to sleep over here. And while he slept, he dreamed that the sun had melted all the snow away. Because the sun does melt the snow. But when he woke up, there he is. He woke on. Turn the page. There he is. So after breakfast, he called to his friend from across the hall in the building where he lived, and they went out together into the deep, 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 deep snow. Look at that. Piles of snow there. Time for another adventure, right? And that's the end of our story. I love this book. And there's so many ways that you can look at this book again and again. There's the story. And do you guys like to draw things and make things? You do? So let's take a look at this book, because the same man that wrote the story drew all the pictures and made the collage, which is kind of the shapes and the patterns that he put in the book. Let's take a look and see if we can find some shapes and patterns. I see one pattern right away on the front page. Can you find the pattern? The footprint pattern. Let's open the book and find some more patterns. Check it out. Whoa. There. What do you see on the wall? Woo! Shapes. Lots of shapes and patterns on that wall. Oh, and look at Peter's pajamas.
That's what I was about to say. It's pajamas.
Yeah, his pajamas. Yep. So there's two patterns right there. Let's see if we can find one on this page.
Yeah.
Some lines. Oh, the snow. Like if you take and move your finger over the mountains of the snow, it goes up and down and up and down, and a lot of curvy lines. Oh, I really like that. And then if you take a look at the buildings in the city, there are a whole bunch of cool rectangles that you can trace with your fingers. So lots of patterns, hey? And oh, yep, some more curvy lines of the snow. Oh, and the trail that he made. First there was 2, then there was 3 when he was dragging the stick. Whoa. And I don't know if you can see it on your screen, but if you take a look at the tree, I can actually see rough tree bark when I see what that artist did. He made lots of splotches in brown and tan and made the tree bark. And a lot of zigzags for the tree branches. I love it. Whoa, okay. And plop with the snow. And more tracks through the snow. Lots of patterns in this book. Woo, and dots. Snowball dots. That's a pattern. And and swirly sky. Let's see if the next one has a swirly sky. Nope. Oh, a pattern that he made. He made 2 different snow angels. And oh, swirly sky. Yeah, let's see how about, oh, I can see a pattern.
The snowball.
Yep, the snowball. Whoops, wrong. Yep, snowball. And then, can you see a pattern of checks on his mom's dress? Ooh, and look at the carpet. An oval. Yeah, oh, all kinds of shapes and patterns. Ooh, look at the floor.
What?
Bathtub. Does anybody see any circles in this picture?
Yeah, the bubbles.
Oh, the bubbles.
Yeah.
Right. How about a triangle? Anybody see a triangle?
The boat.
Yeah, the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and lots of different shapes in the floor. Okay, and we're almost at, oh, there's the pretty snow again. and more snowflakes. Snowflakes are a pattern themselves, and they're all different. I love it.
And those mountains.
And the mountains, yep, goes down and up. See, you guys are artists. You have an eye looking at the book. Yep. And so another way to look at this book is to be a scientist. And we're going to do that next. We don't have to go through the whole book, but you already noticed that when he put the snowball in his pocket, what happened to it?
It melted.
It melted. So I'm going to go outside my den here, and I don't know if you'll be able to see. Oh, whoops, I have to change the camera. Just a minute. I'm going to change the camera so you can see what I'm going to do next. Okay, all right, so now I'm turning my computer, and there's my door. I'm going to go outside, and I'm going to get some snow in my bowl. All right, here I go. Okay, did you see where I went out there? I don't know if you can see that on my screen. It's kind of bright out there for the camera, but look what I got. I got some snow. And if you can go outside later and collect some snow, woo! You could watch it melt. You could be a scientist and time how long it would take to melt a big ball of snow. We'll take a look at it a little bit later after this story time, but I'm going to put it right over here. And maybe slowly it's going to melt because it's warm in here. Okay. Or there's one more way to look at this book too. Back when this book was written in 1962 or 63, there wasn't any books for kids with brown skin. This one was the very first one. All of the books before this one didn't have any illustrations with kids with brown skin. But now, with this one was the first one. So you could be a historian. Because people that are historians study history. So this is a very historical book. And it's kind of old, but it's a neat book because kids today still go outside and play in the snow. All right. So lots of different ways to look at the book. So we're going to do a craft with the story. And I'll start out, we're going to make our own snowball that won't melt. So do you guys have some yarn with you today? Good. All right. And I also said to bring some rubber bands. So I have a couple of them. So I might make more than one. You only need one rubber band per snowball. And this actually, I said cereal box cardboard, but I didn't have a cereal box because I'm still eating my cereal. But I had some cardboard that's really light cereal box cardboard. And we're going to make a snowball together. So here's what you do. I got some scissors, and I see somebody's got some Cheerios. So I'm going to cut my box apart. So it's a piece of flat cardboard. So I'm just cutting it. Well, cutting it down here like this. And I'm going to cut off a piece like this. And there we go. So I have a piece of flat piece. So I have to figure out how big I want my snowball. And I think if I make it, I'm going to wrap yarn around it. If I make it that wide, it's going to be too wide. So I'm going to fold my piece until it's about 3 inches wide, like this. About like that. But it doesn't have to be exact. So now I have something to wrap my yarn on. How you guys doing there? Okay. So now I'm going to take the end of my yarn like this, and I'm going to wrap it and wrap it and wrap it around my piece of cereal box cardboard. Whoops, I got the wrong end. Just a minute. Okay, here we go. Yarn, and I'm just going to wrap it. So watch how I do that. I'm going to go like this and like this and like this, and I'm going to wrap it tons and tons of times. And unwrap it and wrap it and wrap it and wrap it and wind it. Whoops, sometimes I get stuck. Okay, I'm going to keep going for a long time. Wrap and wrap and wrap and wrap. Some more. And see how it's building up on my piece of cardboard? It's getting there, but I still need a lot more because I want it to, when we hold it together, I want it to cush out in the middle. That's a word I just invented, cush. But it might be like squish out or spread out or something like that. And I'm still winding my yarn. How are you guys doing? I see you're winding. That's good. Well, this snowball won't melt. Not at all. Okay, so around and around and around and around. Oh, it's kind of getting thick. What do you think? I think I'm going to do 10 more times. Maybe a little bit longer. I don't know. I'm going around a bunch and a bunch and a bunch more. Okay, I think mine is probably almost done. Check it out. It's pretty thick. Yeah. Okay, so now I've got my cardboard turned out to be kind of long, and I want to slide my yarn off the end of the cardboard. So I'm going to take and cut my cardboard so I don't have to slide it so far. You may not have to do that. Okay, so here's the tricky part. Have you got your rubber bands ready? I got mine right here. And so I'm going to slide and slide and slide and bend and slide my yarn slowly off the end of my cardboard. But I'm not going to let it go. I'm going to take my finger and stick it inside right there so I can hold on to it. There. Don't let it go. Don't let it go. Press it together and you're going to wrap your rubber band right around the middle. Whoa, I got a lot to go. Now, if you have an adult to help you, it might, or someone to hold the yarn while you wrap it, or an adult to wrap it while you hold the yarn. But see how I'm wrapping that yarn right around the middle? Yeah. Wow! So I've got loops of yarn on both sides. How you doing? Is this hard? I'm getting there. I'm wrapping my rubber band around the loops. It's going to be a cush ball. Maybe I didn't make up that word. Cush ball. I didn't make up that word. It's already a word. Okay, but it's a snowball for sure. Okay, so now I've got my yarn wrapped tightly right in the middle and my loops of the yarn on each side. So now I'm going to take my scissors and start cutting the loops apart. It's like this. Snip, snip, whoa, snip. And if it's not turning out for you, you can always work on it later. But look at, see how it's squishing out? I'm cutting all the loops. So they're just ends that squish out. So now I have half a ball. I have half a snowball. How's it going? I see some of you guys are still wrapping. That's okay. Keep her wrapping until you think you have enough. Ooh, I have some more loops to cut on this side. Okay. More loops to cut. And it's sticking out. Okay, so how are you guys doing? I still see some wrapping. That's good. You'll have lots. Okay, so now that I cut all the loops on this side, I'm going to cut all the loops on the other side. Here we go. Snip, snip, snip. Whoa. Snip. There we go. There, and I'm going to cut off the end. And there's my snowball. And I can throw it, and I can make a whole bunch more too, because I bought a whole bunch of white yarn. But you could make any other colors. Do you remember from the book? There was pink snowflakes, and there was blue snowflakes and silver. So any colored yarn you can do this with, and you can have a snowball fight or a game to toss your snowball. Pretty cool. There we go. All right, so maybe I will make another one while you guys are, oh, look, you got it, I see. All right, turned out good. All right, so if you're still wrapping, you can make as many as you want throughout the day. And so I'm going to wrap another one, but I think it's almost time for story time to end today. But there, I got a good start on another one. And you can make big ones and little ones. The wider your cardboard, the bigger your snowball will be, but the more you have to wrap until it starts poofing out like this. All right, so how'd you do? Good. All right, well, I'm going to say goodbye for now for story time, and just encourage you to go out and get some snow and watch it melt today and see what's left behind. I wonder if there's any dirt in this snow. It almost looks good enough to eat, but I don't think so. There's a few flecks of dirt, but see how long it takes your snow to melt. And we hope you had a good time listening to our story today. And I hope you saw a whole bunch of patterns, and we'll say goodbye until next time.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for coming. I saw something I had never ever seen before. And here's where you get to make a choice. Was it a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex? And I'm just gonna stick some pine cones in my box, and then the fun starts. I just start rolling them around. The air rushing out of the balloon is gonna push that balloon up. So let's see what happens. All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. So that's how rockets kind of work. We are going to build 2 different kinds of rockets today.